Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, literally I've been hearing this for a while because I was doing the setup. Not as bad as usual. I was gonna say what hasn't happened, but then I'm like, I don't want my stream to crash. I don't know why it says that my connection is unstable. Estabilízate. What are you saying? You want to see my face? I don't know if I want you to see my face. Maybe I don't want to see your face. Have you thought about that? Fine. Fine. Go into the room. Hello. Oh yeah, I am pretty slow. No, it's okay. This game shouldn't be that graphic heavy. I did see, maybe I can take off the VSync because that tends to be always an issue. Maybe that'll make it fine. We'll see. At worst, if I have to, I can always stop recording. It's just that my recording is always better than the VOD on Twitch, and especially the VOD on YouTube. So that's why I prefer to have my own VOD if possible. Me just adjusting the sound over here. Okay. Anyway, I'm here. I honestly had been thinking about having a stream today. It's just that I wasn't sure. That's why I didn't want to say anything yesterday when I announced the stream for tomorrow. But I'll start with what I'm doing tomorrow, just as a heads up. So tomorrow I'm going to be building some Gunpla on stream with some friends. And yeah, it'll be around 4 p.m. PST. And I think that they're going to go, because they always stream a lot longer than me. Hold on, I got to move this. My guess is that they're going to stream for at least 4 hours, knowing them, because they're all crazy. I probably will not do that. We'll see. I don't have to get up super early on Friday or anything, but usually I'm so tired by the end of the day that that's just a lot for me to do. So my personal aim is to get there at the start or very close to the start, stream with them for hopefully a few hours. My aim is at least 2. And then, sorry, and then I might bail after that. But I like to try it. I mean, I should have some time before stream to figure out some of the details. What I was gonna do is, you know how I used my desk camera for opening Pokemon cards? I think I'm gonna do that. I do like this desk camera. It's just very flexible. Like I can put it facing any direction that I want, basically. So it's really useful. The problem is that the zoom doesn't seem very good, or the focus, I'm sorry. So I noticed that when I was, what was I gonna say? Oh, that when I was doing the card opening, sometimes it definitely isn't as good as like my webcam, for example, you know, but at the same time, my webcam tends to have an issue where when I try to use it for cards, it won't focus on the damn cards, which is a problem that a lot of people have. And at least this one was like a consistent focus the whole time. So that's what I'm planning. I don't have a lot of space on my desk. So what I might do, and I don't know that I can move a few things, but not many. What I might do is have some stuff off screen, and then on screen where you see my little hands, just have like my nippers and the, whatever grid I'm working on and the instructions and things. I have a little gachapon thing that I bought about a week or so ago that I'm thinking of having on stream because it's like a little thing you're supposed to put together. So what I might do is do that first and then build something after. I know Nara's gonna do the Miku Gunpla that I sent them. Wonder if I should do the same ones. I could. Those are a lot smaller. The reason I'm hesitant, even though those are pretty cute and I do want to put them together, is because I don't know if those have English instructions or not. Nara's gonna find out real soon if they do. That's the problem. I think those don't, because there's another set that I really want to figure out how to put together. I got it when I went to Japan, well, a while ago now, right? Almost 2 years ago. The reason I haven't put it together is because not only are the instructions in Japanese, they're like the instructions are so minimal. that it's really hard to put them together. But that one's so cool. I want to figure out eventually. It's like a little Gunpla that all the grids or whatever they're called are in circles so they could fit into the capsule. So they're just like smaller circles, and then you clip stuff out and make your little dude. I did about half of one, but it's hard to figure out. Anyway, I guess that's all stuff for tomorrow. So tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific time, whatever time that is for you, I'll be here with some friends. We'll be making Gunpla. I'm planning to just get off of work sometime before then, so I have enough time to figure out what the stream will look like. But at worst, what I might do is go on the chat with them, the voice chat, sorry, and then figure stuff out while I'm chatting with them. You know what I mean? All right, what are we doing today? Well, you remember that therapy game I played a while ago with the horse dude and all that stuff? Well, so this is one of the 2 games that I was given a key for some months ago now. And both of them had said, like, oh, once the game is out in full, well, at first they were like, this version of the game that you have will turn into the full version, which I was like, okay. The other one was the horror game. Well, that one I was playing in Spanish, but the horror game that has like the 2 sisters and like some cult kind of kidnapped them. That one's really cool too. I'm hoping I get the full one so I can finish that game. But anyway, they contacted me not that long ago. Well, I guess almost a month ago now. And they were like, hey, our game's coming out and here's your code so you can play the full game on stream, which is very cool. So instead what I did is I basically downloaded the game again, but the full game, not the demo. And here it is. It looks like it's the right one because it says Therapy Simulator Early Access, and it does have the updates where apparently we will have, because remember the other one was really short because it was just a demo. More patients and therapy issues, I would hope so. More assistants and helpers, which is good because I don't believe we had any. Expanded karma system with bigger consequences. I don't know what that means. Furniture and decorations store, or maybe... Oh, this is what they're planning to do, maybe? Furniture and decoration store to customize your office. No, this was already there. We just couldn't do anything yet. Remember, they had all this furniture you could buy. Penthouse suite is your house. Once again, these people really have no clue what it's like to be a therapist, IRL. Penthouse suite, yeah, right. New locations like the police station and the hospital, and your suggestions. Honestly, I enjoyed this game because even though... So, okay. Compared to some of the other therapy simulators I've played before, this one was ironically at the same time funnier and more realistic than the other one. So I really liked it. If you remember, I may or may not be a therapist IRL. The irony is that even though I wanted to play this today, well, I wanted to have a stream today if I didn't feel dead tired after work, is that I had a really long work day. And all I could think about earlier was like... Because I was really on the fence if I was going to stream or not. That's why, again, I didn't put it in the schedule. All I could think about was like, damn, I just went from a long-ass day of therapy to playing a therapy game on stream. But I kind of want to. Not that I want to keep working. We're going to see how energetic I feel as I play this, because half of me, not literally, figuratively, half of us, you know what I mean, wants to like explain therapy things, and then the other half of me is like, I could just fuck around, I'm tired. My guess is that we'll do something in the middle of those, because there's always stuff that I think you all will find interesting that I want to point out, or stuff that's just so wrong that I feel like I have to say no. Anyway, for those of you around, you will see that there's a pinned message, at least on Twitch. I couldn't figure out how to do it remotely on YouTube. I'm sorry, y'all. But if you're hearing me right now, you'll be able to figure this out. Oh, the ads are... No ads on Twitch right now. Give me a second. I'm talking. So, and actually, I think it actually just works on Twitch anyway, because I think... Yeah, because it's a Twitch connection. So never mind. So if you want to use it, you have to be watching me on Twitch, not on YouTube. So basically, if you type in the chat, ! Therapy, then you get to be the client in the game. And more than one of you can do it. It seems like anyone who does that will have control over the client. And then when the client is saying shit to me, or maybe when I'm saying shit to them, well, whatever, one or the other, apparently you can pick between option 1, 2, and 3, and you can put in ! Choose 1, 2, or 3, and you can decide. I know that a lot of you are lurkers, so you might not do this. But for those of you who want to type in the chat, you are able to do that. I also don't know how well it works, if it works at all, because I have not tested it yet. So I just made sure that it was connected, and supposedly it is. I might mention that later if I see people chatting in the chat. All right. Let's start the game. I know this is still early access. I'm assuming it has to have more than the demo. If it doesn't, that would be kind of ridiculous. So I guess my assumption is that they're going to keep working on bugs and adding stuff as they're able to / have money? Maybe? Blech. It's Monday at 8 a.m. Who goes into the office at 8 a.m.? Plenty of people. Actually, the job I had before that I hated, like the workplace, I mean, I had to get in at 8 a.m. every morning, and I was like, please kill me now. I had to get up so early just to get my ass over there. I at least made it so that, oh no, that's right. I made it because I could have seen clients as early as like 7. I was like, no, fuck that. So I would get in at 7:30 and then I'd see my first client at 8. But a lot of people hate coming in early, so sometimes I wouldn't have anyone at 8, which was great. But there's always those people who like coming in early. Which, I say that, but I get it. Some of my doctor's appointments I have really early because it's the only way I can do them and not have to skip out on work. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't afford to. That's why, once again, having this big-ass office in a city doesn't make any sense, especially when this therapist, from what I remember, has like a client a day. Like, there's no way you're affording this. I love how also, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, so that's my office over there, right? What they're trying to make me believe, this is why I know I can never shut up about this shit, is that this entire floor, I think, is mine. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at it, which there's no way. When I worked at a clinic, we did have, well, now they're actually bigger. We did have an entire floor of a building, actually. But it was like in a suburby city, if that makes sense. Not in a city. And that's only because it was connected to university, so they actually had a decent amount of money and funds and stuff. But the reason I say that is because if you can see here, it's like assistant therapy, which means this is also mine, supposedly. And I just saw that the secretary is over here, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Because your secretary would be at the desk in your office, not in some other random room. There's no reason you would give your secretary a full office on their own, because their office is the desk in your office. What you might have, if you have a lot of money, or you're like an agency, not like just one person, you could have a room in the office that's like a break room, because that's usually the only place a secretary or an admin assistant can like go and get a break. Because because when you're at the desk, clients just assume you're working. And then there's also this, the assistant intern. What the fuck does an assistant intern mean? Unless you mean they're my assistant who is an intern. But if they're an assistant to an intern, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Accountant. Yeah, right. Not only can I not afford an accountant in real life, shut up. There's no way I could not only afford an accountant, but have an accountant who I'm renting an office for. Go fuck yourself. Storage room. That's the only thing that's possible, but it would also be in your office, not out here. And it's not impossible. It's not impossible, but it's very unlikely. Marketing manager. You know who does all these things? Me. That's it. If you're lucky and you have an intern, then yeah, you can have them do stuff, but then they would be not only a therapist, they would be the marketing manager, the secretary, not the accountant. I don't trust interns with my money. Their own assistant. I swear to God. What's this? Hangout lounge. You would never call it that. You would call it like... Actually, because you don't want clients to know where it is, because some clients can be bad about boundaries, you'd probably give it some fake name that no one would be interested. Really? You'd probably want to have it say, like, room 01 or something stupid. Something that no one would be interested in. Hello! Welcome! Good to see you. It's been a while. And I remember from last time, because of this train being right here, I assumed this was in Chicago. And I know therapists in Chicago. You know how much money I'd have to be bringing in to have this office? Yeah, right. Unless this therapist is wealthy and maybe their parents are giving them money. I don't know. But why is there just a tiny sad plant on the ground there? All right, let's go into the office. I've yapped enough about my complaints. Turn on the computer, assign patients to the calendar, and start the day. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I don't want to see people at 8 a.m. I hate seeing people at 8 a.m. I had to keep seeing people at 8 a.m. for a while. Ooh, I'm sitting on my own little couch. Not that long ago, and I finally gave it up. The only reason I had held on so long is because I had one client who could only make it at 8 a.m., but we figured something out. 3 a.m. Is it? Wait, it can't be 3 a.m. where you are. What? What? You have therapy tomorrow? Well, then get prepared. Okay, this is bothering me. Why the hell? Who would do this? Look at the carpet. Or rug, sorry. Can you imagine? Would you do this on purpose just to fuck with your OCD clients? This is bothering me and I don't have OCD. Like, what? Oh, the ads are here. I love how this one is perfect, right? And this one's just super fucked up. You would never do that. Unless you're an asshole. Because some people have legitimate OCD. The 3 a.m. was a SpongeBob reference. Oh, Sure, let's turn on the light. Can I turn this on? Why is there a random cup there? Alright, what do they want me to do? Oh yeah, remember they had all the weird books last time? Oh my god. Novels. Yeah. How to grow super trees. OMG. What does this one say? I can't... What? Do you know... the something of the lost ones? What? The names of the lost ones? My fake therapist office vibes was lights down, low and warm. Yeah, I prefer having a bunch of these floor lights so I don't have to use fluorescent lights. Also, there not being any fluorescent lights in this room is bullshit. Again, we don't have enough money to not have fluorescent lights. At least, okay, that's on. Alright. Divided. Fallen leaves. Gruesome men. Sure. What's this one? Man and his woman. Wow, that's... Who would buy this? Dragon's blow. Time to live and die. Temple of the Chosen. Oh yeah, I read that one earlier. Tip of an iceberg. Are those the same? I think they updated these, right? Because last time, weren't they like the same thing over and over again? No, I totally get it. It is nice for it to have some like medium light. Because you're right, if it's too bright, it's weird. If it's too dark, that's just kind of creepy. So you want to keep it like somewhere in the middle. I remember that that's what I would try to do for an office that I had for a very long time. But then, because I had a really big window, thankfully, so the window gave in a ton of light. Usually that was more than enough for the room. But we have periods, like I guess like anywhere, where there's a lot of rain and stuff. And then it would be a pain in the ass to keep the room light enough. Yeah, some of these are the same. Time of night, day and night. Eyes wide open. Say what you want. Theory. I don't know what that says. It's too small. Lonely rider. Old woman never dies. Mountain. You know my name. It's Slim Shady. Or it's Walter White. I don't know. Novels again. I still can't read what the hell that is. I don't know what that says. Trinity! Okay. Oh, serial killer in a quiet neighborhood. Is that like a Dexter reference then? Death room. Okay. Can I sit at my chair? No? Oh, now, okay. Johnny Sims. Why do I only have 2 options today? So stupid. Nathan Jones. I remember I told you all last time, but you don't... First of all, imposter syndrome and identity crisis are not actual diagnoses. That doesn't actually make sense. But so you wouldn't want to write something like that on a client's chart. especially in this way that it shows up instantly, like when you open the computer. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be a problem. Because imagine you have to be really careful so that because of HIPAA and whatever. I mean, you have to be careful nobody sees the information on your computer anyway. Fair. And, you know, you don't want to write weird stuff of people. Oh, probably. I know that some of the names they use are like, I noticed that they had some names that are from like celebrities on the books. I find it funny that they're, thankfully my Steam doesn't have anything inappropriate, but I noticed that they added my username and my profile pic from my Steam here, which is fine. But they didn't say they were going to do that, so I'm like, damn, what if I had something weird there? Fresh graduate. That's the part that makes even less sense, because when you graduate, you're not licensed. That's a whole nother easily 2, 3 to 5 years, you know? So not only would this not be real, but you would for sure not have an office this big. Again, unless you're like a trust fund baby, I guess, maybe. Okay, let's start the day, I guess. Management. Yeah. $4,000 for a secretary. How long is that for? Jesus. 6,000. But is that per month? That doesn't make sense. An assistant therapist can enter sessions that you wish to skip. Okay, weird. Pets. I remember they had this last time, but we couldn't buy them yet. Oh, what happened to the dog? Remember they had like the horse. They had an equine therapy thing too. Okay, store. I love how they're like, we don't have it yet. No, you know what? They must be working on it, because I remember even in the demo, they did already have a lot of examples of furniture you could buy. I wonder what happened and why it's not here yet. Why? Wait. Exit, please. Exit! Why are there 2 people in here? Oh god, this is the identity crisis, dude, right? Okay, but the one I'm seeing first is... Wait, what time is it? 8:45. Why are you here? Your appointment's at 10. Go home. Wait! No, that wasn't an invitation. Oh, fuck my life. Alright, well... Look, I'll be back, okay? I don't fucking know. Why are they back? Ridiculous. It also doesn't let you turn off the computer, so no one will see your info, but whatever. Alright, let's go see the horse. Remember, I ran away from him last time. This time I'll see the ridiculous horse. Okay. Hello! What does it say? Just don't feel bad. Agree. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. So you need a costume to get attention from people. What would happen if you tried going one day without the mask? The mask seems to represent something deeper you're searching for. Now let's do this. I don't know if I can do that anymore. Playing dress up will boost your confidence. It's okay to feel uncertain about who you are underneath. What if he's a horse anyway? Or what if he's like a more horrifying horse? Thank you for understanding how hard this is for me. Without the mask, I feel invisible and completely powerless. What activities make you make you feel valued without needing the mask? Feeling invisible suggests you doubt your inherent worth as yourself. Being invisible sounds convenient for... What the fuck? Maybe this one. What activities make you feel valued without needing the mask? I used to paint, but stopped because nobody noticed. Your art deserves to exist for your art. I agree with this top one. Would you consider painting again just for your own joy? Did you paint horses or... That's funny. I'm not going to say that. I'm playing for serious today. Your art deserves to exist regardless of others' reactions. That actually helps me see things a different way now. Are you cured? Maybe I can find worth in creating, not just reactions. Take that first step and we'll build from there next time. Good luck finding yourself under all that worth there. I'm proud of the insight you've gained here today. That sounds... Let's do the first one. I appreciate your help and I'll try my best. Okay, bye, horse. He swears that it's not a mask. That's what I'm saying. What if he's a real horse? I don't know. What am I? Who am I to say? Also, this is the issue I had last time. Remember, like, you can't... Okay, there. Because, bye. You can stop staring at me, freak. I mean, sorry. You can't have that open because you need privacy. Oh, these are all the same... These are all the same books. Oh, there's that one I couldn't read. House, The Opening, Heaven's Gate. Oh, do you mean Heaven's Gate like the cult? Maybe? These paintings are... I don't like them. They're ugly. More books. I love how it's just the same book over and over again. Can you imagine if someone did that in real life, that they just had the same book over and over again? I'm sure the patients would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? The only time I have extra books is like this, like doubles, is when it's a book I'm lending to people, you know? Because there are some books I used to lend to people a lot. I don't have to do that as much anymore, but... We'll be right back. Okay. Let me go get the other person who I'm seeing late because I'm an idiot. Discord 3. Alright, let's... Wow, these are a lot of plants, man. There's no way. There's not enough light in here to keep these alive, and also... No. This is a big-ass room. This room is like... my apartment. Okay, I'm just gonna get sad. Hi! Imposter syndrome. Are you pretending you're a doctor? You got a doctor jacket on. You know, you could... I guess that doesn't make sense. I was thinking you can close the door behind you, but I hadn't come in yet. Alright, what's up with you? Johnny Sims! Wait, why does it say good evil? Oh, I guess that's me. I didn't even notice this before. I'm gonna play for real today, like I said. I'm not gonna be evil. I've been a doctor, a police officer, and a construction worker. Oh, I remember him from last time. But nothing feels right. Jesus. It sounds like you're searching for where you truly belong. I guess I just feel like I'm pretending in every job. What would help you feel more authentic in your work? Feeling like a fraud doesn't mean you are one. You're being ridiculous. How about this one? Every time I start feeling competent, I doubt myself completely. Does this pattern appear in other areas of your life too? I'm not going to say that you're failing. Let's identify one specific moment when that doubt starts creeping in. Actually, that's probably better. When someone compliments my work, I assume they're just being nice. Your accomplishments are real even if you can't see them yet. No, because I don't know that if that's true. Maybe they are just being nice because your work is mediocre. What evidence do you have that they're not being genuine? Yeah, that one. You're right. I should look at the facts objectively. Maybe there's hope for me to change this pattern. I love how all the patients are like, yeah, and you've talked to me for 2 seconds, so I feel fine now. Try not to waste this opportunity I've given you. Ugh, that's... I believe in your ability to overcome this. Keep track of your wins, no matter how small. Okay. I'll see you next week with my progress. Okay, well, that 2 seconds of conversation sure cured you. Johnny Sims, he seems familiar from somewhere. Watch him be my actual doctor or some shit. Or he could be another therapist, but that's also, like, fine. This rug is really bothering me. Oh my god. So, I didn't react to it this time because I saw him during the demo, but yeah, I remember he just keeps being like, I'm this and this and this. And I'm like, well, of course you're not any of those things, but sure. Okay. So who knows what's actually going on with him. I think last time I was commenting that he reminded me of how, like, a 5-year-old will be like, I want to be a ballerina and an astronaut and a dancer and a doctor and the president. You know, like, stuff like that. That's like, All right. Calendar management. Well, I only have, like, almost no money. Which, that is more realistic, sadly. How do I turn the computer off? Does it not let me? I think last time I ended the day by just leaving, right? Sometimes you'll have people who are not scheduled arrive at your door. You can invite them inside for a session. You should not do that. Actually, that could be a liability, but okay. Oh god. Well, I guess it's just a video game. Wow. Are you good, ma'am? Didn't even ask what's going on. She's like, yeah, I have a session now. No, you don't. But I want the money, so whatever. All right. Wait, what? I don't even know if that's PG. I know what celebrity he might be based off of. Oh. I have no clue, so I can't say one way or the other. I kind of like this person's pants. Oh, an adult film actor. Oh no. What if that is what they based him on and that's why he's saying he's been all these things, but only in adult films? Well, I'm not going to think about that right now. Oh my god! They used your username because you're in the chat. Well, I did say that the chat is integrated to the game. I didn't know that they would do that, but apparently this is you. Sorry if it doesn't look like you. Too bad. Now it's you. I haven't been able... I didn't know I was going to do that. I haven't been able to sleep through the night in weeks. What thoughts keep running through your mind when you're lying awake? I hope that I can help you in 2 seconds. Oh my god. That's funny. I worry about... Oh, maybe that's why... Maybe that's why some... Because it did say sometimes you'll have random patients outside. Maybe they have those have a chance of being chat people, I guess. I worry about everything. Work deadlines, money, my health, everything really. Let's create a worry time earlier in the day. Maybe you should worry about getting thicker curtains instead. What the... Those worries sound overwhelming, especially when you need rest. I think that's what I will pick. I'm not sure that will help, but I guess I could try. Start small. Just write down your bedtime and wake time. At least you'll have time to finish that Netflix queue. What? It's okay to feel uncertain about trying something new. Let's do this one. Because it is helpful to know when people are actually going to sleep and waking up. My mind races the moment I lie down at night. Try the 4-7-8 breathing technique before bed. Have you noticed if certain situations make the racing thoughts worse? Sounds like you're... Maybe this one. It's worse after stressful days at work, definitely. That connection between stress and sleep is important. Maybe you should quit your job. That's stupid. What specific work situations trigger the most stress for you? Yes. Mostly presentations and tight deadlines cause me the most anxiety. Okay. I'm willing to work on this step by step. Try not to overthink it. That's your special. Start tonight and notice what changes by our next session. I'm legit deceased feeling deja vu. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You can tell your therapist tomorrow. You know, I was watching a stream and I was a client in the stream and I don't know how to feel about that. You're taking important steps towards better sleep. Oh, let's do this one, I guess. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks for the guidance. Okay, give me money. Bye. Well, I hope I helped you. If you're having any sleep problems, they're gone now. That's how therapy works, right? Okay. You wanna know what's funny? If you actually are like, I have been really stressed at work. I do have sleep problems. I will die. I have had sleep issues. Yes. Okay. Sure. Okay, let me wait for them to leave so I can go down the elevator. If you remember from last time, we basically live here because it's like Severed, where we go down the elevator and we just pop right back up the elevator. There's actually nothing past that point. Excuse me. Excuse me. Do I need to go in the other elevator? Why does it matter? Oh lord. Stupid. However, I guess a headmate set a freaking shit ton of alarms and my sleep schedule is partially fit. Good job! Good job. Complete your first day as a licensed therapist. See, your headmate was like, I know what to do. I took therapy 101. I know. Okay. Alright, let's see who's in. Oh wait, I think I have to schedule them first, which is a little weird. Because you would schedule them not the day of, obviously that doesn't make any sense. Family conflict. Oh, now I have the full day, sort of. Conflict. Work stress. OCD. Okay. Store. Oh, right. There's no store yet. Management. I don't have enough money for nothing. Pay your... Ah, ha, ha! Ha, ha, ha! Ha! $100 for rent. You know how much rent this office would be? I actually don't even know. For a whole floor in Chicago? I'm gonna estimate, and I'm probably wrong, 10 to 15K a month. And I actually think I might be lowballing it. For an entire floor of a building in the middle of Chicago? Anyway, no problem, lurk away. I fixed your sleep problem, so hey, be happy. Wait, why is this still saying... Okay, I guess I didn't click it correctly. Alright, let's start the day. If all my clients show up, I will murder them. Oh god, this person kind of looks like my mom. I don't like that. Kinda. Oh, she kind of... Ugh, gross. Let me see you, I guess. Unfortunately, this is a game where I'm trying not to be evil, so... Alright. What do you want, whoever you are? Sage King? What the fuck? Why are you so weird? My mom and my sister won't talk to me anymore after our fight. Let's explore... Sounds like you really know how to clear a room. See what I mean? They're showing up all at the same time, which doesn't make any sense. They should fix that. Because it basically, all your clients show up in the morning. That's just weird. Like, it should at least be... I think when you finish one session, the other one can then come in. That would make more sense, rather than all the clients for the day coming in at the beginning and just waiting awkwardly in the waiting room. That doesn't make sense. Also, it'd be kind of nice if it blocked you from seeing the wrong client, or you had like an error message or something would happen if you pick the clients in the wrong order. You see what I'm saying? Let's explore what might have caused this rift between you. I guess I never thought about what I might have done wrong. Really? That's okay. Recognizing that is an important first step. Start by listing what you said during the argument. Amazing how long it takes some people to figure that out. Maybe this. Start by listing what you said during the argument. We fought about my dad's estate and who gets what, so your dad died. Fighting over money. How very classy of you all. Well, not all of us are trust fund babies, therapist. Money conflicts often mask deeper feelings about grief and loss. Consider scheduling a family meeting to discuss the estate calmly. That's not a bad idea. That might work, but I'm worried they'll refuse to come. Maybe they're avoiding your sparkling personality. Their initial reaction doesn't determine the final outcome. Send individual invitations and emphasize your desire to reconcile. Sure. I'll send them messages tonight asking to meet. I got in the server, did the CAPTCHA, and verified. I don't know what else to do. Oh, my server? I have to... For some reason, sometimes that doesn't work, so I just have to go in and approve you later. Don't worry about it. I mean, if that's what you're talking about, I'll see it when I check Discord later. I'll send the message... Okay. I think I know what I need to do now. I'm confident you can work through this with your family. Try not to mess this one up too. Keep me updated on how the reconciliation goes. But yeah, for some reason, you're supposed to, like, do exactly what you did. Like, did the CAPTCHA, do the verification. But for some reason, even when people do that, it doesn't give them the member thing, even though it's supposed to. That's what I was meaning. Surprise, I got temp night. Oh, I see. Alright. Well, like I said, I'll fix it later. Don't worry. Because usually when I check, as long as I see that the person verified, because I can see it on my end, then I disapprove them. It's just to keep out bots, because if I don't do that, we have way too many bots that come in. Alright. Who's the next person? I don't even fucking know. Because they're both here, right? Yep. Work stress. I think he's the one I had next. Okay, it says work stress. Why do you look so happy? Yeah, I haven't gotten free Nitro codes in a while. Because since I've had Nitro for such a long time, sometimes I get codes to give out to people, but it's been a while. Like, when you get, like, at least a month or something. Anyway, he's happy to get help. Well, now he's, like, jittery and does not look happy. He looks like he's seen a lot of shit. Okay. I'm so overwhelmed with work, I can barely sleep at night anymore. What patterns do you notice about when the stress feels the most intense? Sounds like someone needs a participation trophy gun. Let's create a plan to help you set boundaries with your workload. No, let's do this one. Oh, the orbs. Yeah, the orbs thing has been interesting. I've been trying to collect orbs to get some of the, like, the stuff that you can decorate your profile with, because I like some of the orb ones. I guess it's usually worse when I have multiple deadlines at once. Try blocking out a time on your calendar for important tasks. Your awareness of the pattern is a great step forward. Everyone has to... Okay, how about this one? Try blocking out time on your calendar specifically for important tasks. Why does he look angrier? My boss keeps piling on projects without considering my existing workload. Dude, that's everybody. Have you tried saying no, or are you just too scared? How do you typically respond when your boss assigns new projects? Schedule a meeting with your boss to discuss realistic work. That's not going to go well. How do you typically respond when your boss assigns new projects? I usually just accept them because I don't want conflict. So you're a doormat! What do you fear might happen if you expressed your concerns? Probably this one. That avoidance pattern is contributing to your stress buildup. Probably this one. I'm afraid they'll think I'm not committed or capable enough. Okay. This is giving me some real clarity on what to do. Has it? Well, at least you got something out of complaining for an hour. Damn. I'm really glad today was helpful for you moving forward. Great, let's put those insights into action and blah, 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 blah. Now he looks creepily happy again. Why is he moving like this? I'll definitely work on it. Thanks again. Okay, bye, Ibrahim. I don't know how to say that in English, but... Alright, who's the last person? Hey, since you have OCD, what do you think about this rug? Hey. Hey you, Emily. What do you think about this rug? The devs did this to fuck with you. I'm sorry. What are devs? They're like gods, but only in this world. For us. I'm not crazy, shut up. Look. I'm someone who has many diagnoses. I can make fun of myself. Oh, this is what I was trying to turn on before. Is there a thing on the wall? Yeah. Is that what that's for? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, you can close this. I don't think that's a good idea, because I think having a window is good, but alright. Because the other window, the problem is you can see outside. Or, you know, you can see through the hallway. Hello! I checked the locks so many times that I'm late for work. What do you think drives you to check the locks repeatedly? Maybe this one. That sounds really difficult, and I want to help you through this. I know it's irrational, but I feel terrified something bad will happen. Let's work on strategies to reduce the checking behavior gradually. Your feel is valid even if the compulsion feels overwhelming right now. Maybe this one. I'm just ignoring the mean ones right now. The checking takes hours, and my boss is getting really upset. Hours? Goddamn. Have you considered setting a timer to limit your checking routine? That does sometimes work. How long have you been experiencing these compulsive checking behaviors? Maybe that one. It started about 2 years ago after my apartment was robbed. Oh, well, no wonder, dude. The robbery created an association between checking and feeling safe. The trauma makes sense as a trigger for your current symptoms. Maybe this one. Oh, okay, the ads are starting. I have the chat open in 2 different places, so I wasn't sure. That makes sense. I never connected these 2 things before. You know, I would give this a hard time, but the amount of people who say stuff like that to me, where it's like something that to an outsider seems really obvious, but the person has really never thought about it before, because it's hard when it's your own shit. I think I understand my OCD better now. Obviously, probably medication would help, but... you've done great work today, understanding your triggers. Don't expect me... Keep journaling your checking urges and we'll review them next time. Actually, that's a good idea. God, if these clients actually do homework, that'll also be some fake shit. People always want homework and they never do it. Well, not never. Some people are genuinely good at it, and they really benefit from homework. But I feel like most people are like, give me homework. I want to do all the homework. I want to get better instantly. But then they never do it. And then they're like, why aren't I better? It's like, well, you're literally not doing anything, but okay. Why were those starred anyway? I wonder if there's someone outside this time. Oh my god, what if they're back? Oh no. Hello? Cynicism. Wait a second. Oh no, there's someone who I was like, isn't there someone who follows me who has a name similar to Cynicism? Never mind. You are a cynical person, I guess, is what is meant. You know what this is? This is my editor. This is Sin coming to fuck with me. Close enough, you know? Alright. Hello! I don't think they would look like this, though. This looks very off. I think they would look like their little emote, but IRL. Alright. Yes, hello. Hurian Liu. I don't trust anyone anymore. Everyone just disappoints you in the end. What experiences led you to develop this worldview about people? Well, I've been burned too many times to count, really. Being hurt repeatedly must have been incredibly painful for you. I guess I didn't always feel this way about everything. What would it take for you to start trusting again? It takes courage to admit that things weren't always like this. No, this one. My ex-best friend spread rumors about me to everyone we knew. Wow. Does cynicism protect you or isolate you from meaningful connections? Your friend was trash, but you're not much better. What is wrong with this person? Let's work on rebuilding trust, but nah. I kind of like this one. I think it protects me, but I feel lonely all the time. Loneliness is often more painful than the risk of disappointment. I've said some equivalent to that before. That really resonates with me. Loneliness is eating me alive. Maybe I can start seeing people as individuals again. Keep noticing the differences between people this week. Okay, bye. Give me money. Bye-bye. Give me money. Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright. That's it. I love how then you see people and they're not even on the calendar, which none of that makes any sense, but whatever. Alright, let's get out of here. Ah! What the fuck? Hello? What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Can y'all come tomorrow? I'll see this dude, I guess. Agoraphobia, sure. That doesn't make sense. You're literally here right now. How do you have agoraphobia, but... Uh-huh! Anyone else want to show up? God, that never happens. Unless it's an emergency. That's why you shouldn't take random clients in. Oh, whatever. Alright, come in. I don't remember how much time I have today. Let's see. I saw 12. One. I think I can only see one more person then. After this dude. Well, one of you will not be chosen. Fight it out before I get back. Bye. One of you must not be here when I return. Okay! Hello! What's your name? Ezra Banks. Okay. I can't leave my apartment anymore. Everything outside terrifies me. You are literally here right now. Hence the agoraphobia doesn't make sense. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Just needed some water. Sure, you can never leave. I'm just imagining this. You're being ridiculous. When did you first notice these fears about going outside? Because clearly they didn't affect you today. It started about 6 months ago after a panic attack downtown. Oh, that's pretty realistic. I understand how scary that must have been for you. I don't know if I can ever feel normal again. Let's start start with one small step you could take this week. That might be too much. Your feelings are valid and we can work through this together. Thank you. I really needed to hear that today. The grocery store feels impossible now. Even thinking about it makes me shake. Yeah, what if we broke the grocery store into small, manageable goals? Maybe I could try sitting in the parking lot first. Yeah, a lot of people do that. Yeah, so we can build from there each week. I'll try the parking lot thing this week. I'm nervous, but I think I can do this. Well, clearly, you're literally in my office right now, dude. Remember to track your progress and we'll review it together. Okay, thank you for everything. Okay, bye. Thanks for the money, stranger. I have agoraphobia. How the fuck did you make it to my office downtown? I can't leave my house. You're literally here. Overthinking. Social anxiety. You can come in. You can go fuck yourself. I told you, only one would be chosen. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Don't be here when I get back. Get out of here. Okay. This dude looks like the other person earlier. I can't handle being around people. I just freeze up completely. You were literally sitting next to someone in the waiting room for an hour. Like, next to, even though there was plenty of space. I can't handle being around... Oh yeah, I just said that. What specifically happens in your body when you're around others? I don't know, I just feel like everyone's staring at me. Let's identify one concrete step you could take this week, sure. At parties, I stand in the corner. That reminds me of the meme where it's like, nobody knows I'm a ... I stand in the corner, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Do you also wear a little party hat? Do you think avoiding eye contact keeps you feeling safer? Standing in corners is why you have no friends. Could you try greeting just one person at the... Let's try this one. Maybe I could, but what if they reject me or laugh? Let's practice a simple greeting together right now. Okay, that sounds manageable. I'll try that approach. I feel a bit more hopeful. Okay, all these clients are... This is not... Their responses are not realistic. Practice a greeting and report back. Okay, bye. If that person's out... Girl, I don't think they're gonna let me see you. Isn't it after my office hours? Really? It doesn't matter? Okay. Okay. Alright. Why didn't you leave? Adele Clayton. I can't stop overthinking everything. It's driving me crazy. What do you notice happens in your mind right before the overthinking starts? I guess it usually starts when I'm alone with nothing to distract me. Okay, that's also pretty realistic. That awareness is actually a powerful first step towards making real changes. I'm not sure I can actually stop myself once it starts happening. It's okay to feel uncertain. We'll work through this together step by step. Thank you. I need someone who believes I can get better. Every small decision becomes this huge thing I analyze for hours afterward. Where do you think this need to analyze everything so deeply comes from? Maybe it comes from my childhood when my parents criticized every choice I made. You know, this is supposed to be the mean one, I guess, but I actually have said something similar to that. Not in a mean way, just explaining like, okay, so you're repeating what your parents are saying to you yourself now, basically. But I think you're not supposed to pick that here. Maybe this one. Thank you for your understanding where this... Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'm starting to see this might be something I can actually work on. Don't overthink this breakthrough too much or you'll ruin the whole thing. Keep building on this awareness and practice the techniques we discussed together. I don't know what those techniques were, but... Okay, bye. Give me money. Comforted 10 patients during therapy. Okay. This really does feel like a non-therapist idea of what therapy is, you know? It's not the worst. It's not like the other one that's like, wow, you literally have no clue how therapy works and this is all bad. This is like a fantasy way of how therapy works, you know? Or like a movie way therapy works. Alright, let's get out of here. Girl, you gotta get out of here so I can leave. Oh, that's why I can't go into that one. That's for the NPCs. This elevator's for real people. Wahahaha! Waha! Okay. Again, we have no existence outside of here. We just live here forever. Okay. Can I run? No. All right. Why are they all... Well, yeah, it's only in 1 week. I was gonna say, why are they all new people? But yeah, it's 1 week. That makes sense. Okay. Health anxiety. Burnout. Can I get a cat? I don't have enough money yet, right? Bill. God. Even if it's $100 a day, there's no way, man. Yeah, I don't have enough yet. Okay. But at $100 rent for an entire floor, I can afford a cat. Why do you look like that? I feel like he was looking too cool and then did the little slide too. The NPC slide. Another one coming. They all like showing up at the same time. What happens if I don't close the door? Okay. I don't know if it'll close if I start talking to him, but... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I keep thinking every little pain means I have something seriously wrong. Are you... Oh, health anxiety. I'm surprised it says health anxiety, which is more accurate rather than hypochondriasis. When did you notice yourself being concerned about your health? Maybe 3 years ago after my aunt got diagnosed with cancer. Oh, that makes sense. That experience must have been very frightening and left a lasting impact on you. I don't know if I can control these thoughts on my own. What if we started by limiting how often you check symptoms online? That does tend to help. Every time I feel dizzy, I convince myself it's a brain tumor. What sensations in your body typically trigger the tumor thought first? Usually it starts with a headache or feeling lightheaded in the morning. Have you noticed if dehydration or sleep quality affects those morning feelings? You know, I never thought about my water intake or sleep affecting it. That's much more likely. I'll start paying attention to those factors and see what happens. Okay. You're on a good path. Keep noticing those patterns without judgment. That's probably a good thing. Okay. Thanks for the money. I'm going to buy a cat. Wasn't this the guy that was my helper last time? Or he was supposed to be my helper. He was being a weirdo on the floor, remember? Because when you came in last time, I think because it was a demo, everything was in boxes because you hadn't even moved in yet. Hey, hey, hey. Don't close the door on me. Alright. Hello. I'm completely exhausted and I just can't keep going like this anymore. Sounds like someone needs... Oh, Jesus. Let's start by identifying one small... what do you think is the root cause of your exhaustion? I don't know. Everything just feels like too much right now. Let's break this down into manageable pieces we can actually address. My boss expects constant availability, and I can't say no anymore. Why do you think you struggle so much with setting boundaries? I guess I'm afraid of disappointing people or losing my job. Those fears are understandable, but they're keeping you stuck. Thank you for understanding where I'm coming from with this. This gives me something concrete. Okay. Keep testing those assumptions and report back next session. I'll do my best. Thanks for today. Didn't I schedule 2? The fuck? I thought I heard someone come in earlier. Oh no, wait, I already went for both? Why did I did. Why did I think I'd only seen one? Man, even the pretend therapy is burning me out. Oh my god. Man, hoarding. I do not like working with hoarding. Even mild hoarding is really hard. This is not my specialty. You know? But also it's like it's just a tough thing to work with because people are so resistant to change. I guess that's true for everybody, but I don't know. I have a harder time with hoarding. What the fuck was that? Ah! The fuck was that noise, man? Ah! Okay, I should stop making fun of him. Ah! Hello. I can't throw anything away. My apartment is completely filled with stuff. What do you think is making it so difficult to let go of things? I guess I'm afraid of needing something after I throw it away. It's somewhat accurate, yeah. That fear is valid. Let's explore where it comes from together today. I just don't know where to start. Everything feels important to me somehow. What if we start by identifying one small area to work on first? It's okay to feel attached. We can take small steps together over time. Maybe that's better. Thank you for understanding. It really does feel impossible to manage alone. My family won't visit anymore because there's nowhere for them to sit down. Have you experienced any significant losses that might relate to this behavior? No, probably this one. I think this would be too much for most people. My mother died 5 years ago and I kept all of her things. Well, do her belongings bring you comfort or do they add to your distress? That's actually a good question. I'm wondering about that. Both, I think. They remind me of her, but also make me sad. I want to honor her memory without letting it consume my whole life. Fair. Let's work on that balance together. See you at our next session. I will. Thank you for everything today. Goodbye and take care too. Okay, bye. Oh, I saw it. Hello, Reno. Thank you for the raid. Arigato gozaimasu. Where were you playing? Asura's Wrath. That makes sense. Hi, welcome. Thank you for the raid. That's the game that you really like from, is it PlayStation 1, right? I remember you were talking to me about it before and showed me the videos and things. I am doing therapy today. There's no other people out here. Unfortunately, you missed the horse head guy, who's like an Uma Musume fan, of course. PS3? Oh. Why did I think it was like PS1? I guess I thought it was older for some reason. I don't know why. All right, we're gonna buy a cat though. I should be able to afford it now. Cat! Therapy cat! Meow! 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 You know what we actually need? A therapy dodo. Can you imagine if we got a therapy dodo? It's too bad I don't have my own office anymore. Because I used to have really cool, like, geeky stuff for people to be able to, like, play with and enjoy. But, now that I share an office, I can't really do that. Asura's Wrath on PS1 is wild. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Jeez. Oh my god, dude. I still want to buy that Dodo hat. I think it's still available for pre-order. It's just I have so much stuff going on that's like I really shouldn't spend any money. Especially because I already spent Dodo money, you know? Like I have... Oh god, who is it? Oh my god. Shifty? Right? The you know, the blue-haired one that talks to you on the thing. I have a Doro of her. And then I ordered the Cinderella Dodo. And I ordered Shifty. And I ordered the other Dodo you recommended. Because those I ordered, like the Cinderella Dodo, I ordered legit almost a year ago now, the pre-order. And the other Dodo, I was like, I could probably afford this. But that's even more why I'm like, I don't know that I have the money now for a hat Dodo, even though I really want one. I'm hoping that when it finally releases, I'll have more money then. It's just like... I'm hoping it doesn't sell out, because sometimes it's good to pre-order stuff so that if it sells out, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we got a cat. Yeah. Yeah. I actually thought about making one of my cats into a therapy cat some years ago. Funny enough, that cat passed away really young. Just it's a medical accident type of thing, unfortunately. But he was such a sweet, chill cat. Only reason I didn't do it is more because this office is humongous. My office was like a fourth of this, which is not terrible. The problem that I had was, I think he would have been fine overall. The biggest issue is I didn't have a place to like hide his litter box. And because the office was kind of small, I was like, I'm worried that it would make the office smell because of how small it is. And we had a lot of like wasps outside. So even though I had a big window, I couldn't really open it very often because of the wasps, and there was no screen. Plus, because there was no screen, I'm like, what? I really can't open the window because he might, because it wouldn't be safe for him to jump out. But I did really think about it. If I would have had a nicer office, I would have made him into a therapy cat, because he was like everyone who met that cat was like, this is the most nice, chill cat. What the fuck? He would like be... Even towards a new person, as long as they were like not evil or something, he'd just go up to them, purr, chill. Hello, purpler cat. Ironically, we are talking about cats. But anyway, now we have this cat who apparently lives here. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't know what's going on YouTube ever, so who knows? Well, look, this cat will live here. Apparently, it doesn't need food, water, or a litter box, so I guess that's fine. This is a really big office, though. Although, if I had a therapy animal, I would not leave them at the office. They'd come with me every night. Ah! Hello? I just checked if anyone was out here. Come in. Loneliness. Okay. Stop pushing me. Stop shoving me. Get the fuck in there, man. Get the fuck in there. I don't know why you want me to say that. I am concerned. All right, come in, man. Some of the noises these people make are a little strange. All right. I hope you're not allergic to cats, because the cat stays. Anyway, hi! Vincent Nair. I feel so alone all the time, like nobody really cares about me. That sounds really difficult, and I want to help you work through this. I started the year now able to stream PS3 games, and you best believe I'm gonna do more. Man, I was looking into I know that it's possible, but I'm trying to figure out how to stream from a Game Boy. Dude, I'm not gonna say random therapy quotes. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out how to stream my Game Boy on stream. I know that it's possible, I'm just not sure how to do it, I'm gonna look into it, because I do have an OG Game Boy, and I've been getting more games for it. Anyway, I might have to hunt down Wii Mini, since I want to stream Mudo Mouse. What the hell is a Wii Mini? What? Is that like a real thing, or an emulator? I have my original Wii still, funny enough. All right, sorry, I gotta focus on the session. I don't know, maybe I'm just overreacting to everything. Stop whining and do something. What small step could you take this week to connect with somebody? I've tried reaching out, but everyone already has their own friend groups. What if you focused on one person and suggested coffee or lunch? That's actually a good idea. I could ask my coworker Sarah. Don't be a creep with Sarah. Sarah probably doesn't even like you. That sounds like a great first step towards building new connections, sure. I feel more hopeful now. Like maybe things can actually get better. I'm gonna really try this time and see what happens. Remember to follow through. You deserve connection and friendship. I will. Thank you for believing in me today. Okay. You didn't pet the cat though, so I don't know what's wrong with you. Meow. 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 Alright, is no one else out here? So by the end of the Wii's lifespan, they released a Wii Mini, which got rid of the GameCube slot. That's right! That got rid of the GameCube slots, and yeah, it's a top loader. It was also sold as a cheaper price. Wow, I forgot about that. For some reason, you talking about the GameCube thing getting removed, I remember that. Alright. Let's end for the day. Start next day. I still feel like this is just severed, the video game. Like we go into the elevator and we just see the elevator and there's nothing else. This is our whole existence, is living in this, on this floor. At least we have a cat now, I guess. Okay. Alright, I don't know who we have today. Okay. Claustrophobia, control freak, interesting. Oh wait. Yeah, $100 a day. Sure. Alright, start day. Day has started. Dude, close the door, come on. You can swear as long, but it's more if you say anything weird, I'll give you a timeout or I'll ban you. It's not about the curse words, it's about the context of what you're saying. But I swear that part is fine. I forget what words are banned on the YouTube side. Alright. Mandy Wilson. I can't handle being in small spaces. It makes me panic. Okay. When did you first notice these feelings about enclosed spaces? I think it started after I got stuck in an elevator. That must have been a frightening experience for you. I'm not sure breathing will help when I'm trapped. I didn't mention any breathing exercises yet. We'll start small and gradually increase your exposure to enclosed spaces. I avoid elevators, crowded trains, and even small rooms at work. Yeah, because that's all kind of the same thing. What physical sensations do you experience in these situations? My heart races, I sweat, and I feel like I can't breathe. Okay, so she's having a panic attack. These are classic anxiety symptoms. We can manage them effectively. Look, if you keep asking me to say random quotes, I'm just going to kick you. I already told you I'm not going to say any random things. Anyway, I'm going to ignore you now, and I'm going to go back to the game. Alright, these are classic anxiety symptoms. We can manage them effectively. Okay. That's reassuring to hear. Thank you for explaining that. Should I keep a journal of when these symptoms happen? Yes, tracking patterns will help us understand your triggers better. That's a great idea. I'll start tracking everything tonight. Okay. Bye-bye. It's okay, but I did tell you before already, so. Alright. Oh my god. I basically walked through a door by accident. You know what I mean. Without opening it, is what I meant. What are we? Control freak, okay. Is there anyone outside? People like hanging out outside and being weirdos. Alright. Okay. No one's petting the cat. Who are these people? Why do they hate cats? Cat! Attack them! Alright. Milani Miranda. I need everything... I need everyone to do things my way or everything falls apart. What makes you believe things will fall apart without your constant control? Maybe I do worry too much about what might go wrong. All right. Thanks, Randall. Have a good night. I'm assuming well, maybe you're going to work. If you are going to work, have a good time, Randall. Or, I don't know if that's a good thing to say about work. Don't lose your mind if you're going to work. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. Maybe I do worry too much about what might go wrong. No, I'm going to take a nap. That's also fair. I'll talk to you later. Yeah. Your awareness of this pattern is an important first step. Ooh, enjoy. Play more video games then. I guess I just feel like if I don't manage everything what? I guess I feel like that's not a full sentence. I guess I just feel like if I don't manage everything myself, what? Take your time. There's no rush to figure this all out today. Okay. Thank you for understanding. This is really hard for me to admit. My team at work resents me because I micromanage every single detail. What would happen if you delegated one task completely without checking in? I'm terrified they'll mess it up and I'll look incompetent. That fear is valid, but consider how exhausting this burden must be. Oh, the ads are on for Twitch people. Enjoy the ads? You're right, I am exhausted trying to control everything all the time. So what should I actually do differently starting this week then? Start small, delegate one task, and resist checking in on it constantly. I think that's fair. I'll try my best with that. See you next time, therapist. Why does that sound so awkward? See you next time, therapist. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. The fact that you're ignoring the cat concerns me. Meow. 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 Alright, is there anyone outside this time? Oh, there comes somebody. This is so weird and unrealistic. Like, you really would not have random people showing up at your office. Like I said, unless it's an emergency, and then it's a bad thing. For a second, I thought her pants were on backwards. Hello. Okay, what does it say? Procrastination, okay. Okay, I think the reason I feel nervous about checking is because, what, a day or two ago in game, there was like 4 people suddenly outside. It was really weird. Okay, close. Alright, what do you need? Oh look, I'm more good than evil. That's good. I keep putting off... Oh my god, I can't even talk. I keep putting everything off until the last minute, and it's ruining my life. What do you think triggers this pattern of delaying things? I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm just afraid of doing it wrong. Afraid of doing it wrong or afraid of actually succeeding? What? Why would that be evil? That's a valid question. Oh, see, this is what also tells me that this is what I meant earlier, that I said that the people who made this game have like a fantasy idea of what therapy is like. I was just trying to challenge you to see things differently. You're supposed to help me, not feel worse than I already do. Jesus. That's a big reaction for a normal question. The worst part is I know what I need to do, but still avoid it. There's a gap between knowing and doing. What fills that space for you? Fear mostly, and this voice saying it won't be good enough anyway. That critical voice is harsh, but it doesn't have to control you. You're right, I need to stop letting it run my life. This gives me something, blah blah blah, okay. Start small and build from there. You got this, okay. See, in that case, all of the responses were valid, but I can kind of tell which one they think is wrong. Sometimes it's super obvious when it's like, stop being a dumbass or whatever. But in this case, it was like, what? Alright, oh. See what I mean? People just show up. Hello? Hmm. Alright. This really doesn't make sense. I'm very is this the last day of the week? No, not yet. I'm just curious, after the week goes by, do you get to see people again, or is it just all new people? Because that wouldn't make sense. I don't know that you're, like, building relationships with anyone yet. Oh my god, I just closed my... Jesus Christ. Alright. Hello! Liliana Moscoso. My divorce is finalized and I feel completely lost and broken. At least you're free to binge Netflix. Okay. What's one small step you can take? Tell me more about what feels most difficult right now. I guess I haven't really thought about what comes next. That's understandable. This is a major life transition to process. I don't know if I'm ready to move forward yet. It's okay to take things slowly and honor your own timeline. I think that's fair. Thank you. I needed to hear that right now. The hardest part is sleeping alone after 10 years of marriage. That's rough. Maybe get a body pillow. Okay. Loneliness after intimacy loss is one of divorce's deepest wounds. Sure. Yes, that's exactly like it. Like a piece of me is missing. Missing pieces can be replaced. Oh my god. That emptiness is real and valid. You're grieving a partnership. Thank you for validating my feelings. It really helps. I'm glad I came today. This has been helpful. I'm glad this helped. You deserve support through this transition. Yes, thank you. I'll see you soon. Okay, I'm still weirded out by literally the fact that no one is petting the cat. Yeah, you're not wrong. Sometimes having a pet is helpful. But nobody cares about my little cat. It's weird. Are there more people outside? Okay, no. This time I'm gonna run to the elevator before somebody else shows up. I want to see what happens in the second week. Alright. They end. They begin. Yeah. Alright, let's see who we have today. Victim mentality? What does that mean? Remember, like I said before, you really shouldn't have phrases like that on people. It's really rude. Seasonal depression. Okay. Pay the rent, I guess. Be nice to save up to purchase a person. I don't have enough right now, though. Right? How much should I have? 1,200? Okay. Alright. Which one was this one? I forget which one I picked first. Oh, the victim mentality. This is a rude thing to say. I don't know. No, I know what victim mentality is. I'm just saying it's not a diagnosis and it's like a rude thing to put on a patient. Like, that's not appropriate. Nothing ever goes right for me, no matter what I do. Let's explore what patterns keep appearing in these situations. I guess there are patterns, but it's not really my fault. Understanding patterns is the first step towards making real changes. I don't know, maybe I could try something, but it probably won't work. Okay. It's okay to feel uncertain about trying something new. Thank you for understanding. This is really hard for me. Why did I get kind, apprentice? My boss always overlooks me and my friends never include me anymore. What specific action could you take to change? Maybe this one. Do you notice any ways you might contribute to these situations? I don't know that I would say that, but all right. I try to be nice to everyone. I don't see what I'm doing wrong. Could niceness sometimes be a way of avoiding necessary conflict? That makes sense. I do avoid conflict a lot. That was too easy. This actually feels like progress. Thank you. Okay. Keep building on this momentum. See you next week. Oh Lord. All these people, they're just like, you gave me the best advice in 2 seconds. I'm fine now. Goodbye. Goodbye forever. Like, okay. Where's the other person? Ah! I'm telling you, I'm feeling so anxious about random people showing up outside. That's what you sound like. Sorry! I can't help it when they have the weird sounds. They're just odd and so loud. Alright. Every winter I feel so low, like I can't get out of bed. Let's create a morning routine that includes light therapy and gentle exercise. That does work. I don't know if I have the energy to do all that. We can start small with just 5 minutes of morning light exposure. Thank you for understanding. I really do want to try. The lack of sunlight makes everything feel hopeless and draining. Seasonal depression affects your serotonin levels and circadian rhythm. That's true. That makes sense, but how do I actually fix it? I literally told you to get a light. No worries. Enjoy your meal. See you later. Maybe this one. Vitamin D supplements and outdoor walks can help regulate your brain chemistry. I'll try those things and see if they help. I'm ready to make changes and feel better. Sure. You're not supposed to be telling people to take supplements, but I believe in you. Take care until we meet again. Okay, bye. Thanks for the money. It is very dark every day. Alright. Wait. Meow. Meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. I love how this game thinks that therapy sessions are only 45 minutes long. I wish. Guilt complex, pessimism. Let's deal with you first. What? Oh, I got to level 6. How much do I need to buy somebody? 4,000. That's for the secretary. Okay. Because I don't think I want a doggo. Wait, is there a menu? Yeah. Okay, never mind. Alright. It's supposed to autosave, but who knows? I feel guilty about everything, even things that aren't my fault. That sounds really difficult to carry around every day. I just don't know if I deserve to feel better. That's sad, man. You absolutely deserve to feel better and find peace. Thank you, I really needed to hear that today. My sister got sick and I feel like it's somehow my fault. How could you realistically be responsible for her illness? I wasn't there when she needed me last month, so what? This is a man. What? I assume. Maybe I'm wrong. Being absent. What could you do now to support her recovery? I could visit her this weekend and bring her favorite food. I feel a little lighter just talking about it. Practice that self-compassion exercise we discussed before then. What self-compassion exercise? Jesus Christ, it just makes shit up. Yeah, remember that skill I just gave you? In real life, what happens is you do give people a skill, and you teach them, and then at the end of the session, they're like, what skill? You didn't teach me anything. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, please. Remember when we did this and that? Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm a little burnt out IRL. That's the problem. What time is it? Okay. I'll play a little bit longer, but then I'll stop. It's mostly that I want to at least get to the next week. Don't be pushing me. Why are you pushing me? Get out of here. Alright. Dude, mira al otro empujándome. Mira al otro. It's interesting. Even when I click it, if there's someone here, it doesn't move. Yes. You know what's so funny? I know someone called Miles IRL who looks exactly like this person. That is a little weird. Their name is spelled differently, but they look exactly like this person. All right. Everything always goes wrong, so why bother trying anymore? What evidence do you have that everything always fails? I guess not everything fails, but it feels that way. Can you name one recent situation and its actual outcome? I applied for 3 jobs and got rejected from them all. That does suck, but... how many applications typically lead to one job offer? I read it takes about 20 applications on average. You're only at 15% of average. That's actually encouraging. Maybe this one. You're right, I'm being too hard on myself here. I guess I can keep applying and see what happens. Keep applying and track your progress for next time. That sounds fine. Okay, bye. I'm glad you're cured. Sure. Oh my god, I keep doing that. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn so much. Alright. And you are wearing very, very short shorts. Alright. What's your depression? Okay. I feel so empty inside, like nothing matters anymore. When did you first notice yourself feeling this way? I'm not sure, maybe a few months ago. Can you identify what changed in your life around that time? I lost my job and my relationship ended around the same time. Well, no wonder. Those are major losses. How have you been coping with them? Honestly, I've been isolating myself and sleeping too much. Isolation can worsen depression. You deserve connection and support, yeah. You're right, I do feel worse when I'm alone constantly. This is giving me some new things to think about carefully. Okay. Take your time processing, and I know I'm here when you need me. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Alright, bye. Meow. 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 This is Friday, right? Oh wait, I forgot to close the door. Not that it matters, but... I'm still annoyed it won't let me turn off the computer. Like, what the hell? True, it is Wednesday IRL. Alright. Complete your first week as a licensed therapist. Yeah, that's why I'm wondering what changes if you do a full week. I have no idea what you're talking about in chat. I'm sorry. All right. The bot? Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was thinking Frosty the Snowman. I'm like, what? Okay. These are all new people, aren't they? That's weird. Oh. Okay. And I am tired. I've had a long day. All right. Come in. Hello. People pleasing. I just can't say no to anyone and it's completely exhausting me. It sounds like you're carrying a heavy burden trying to help everyone. I guess I'm scared of what people will think if I refuse. What would happen if you said no to one small thing this week? This is very similar, so these responses are the same for someone we saw the previous week. My boss keeps piling work on me because I never refuse anything. Yeah, she's basically repeating, right? The same stuff the guy told me last week. Let's practice a script for declining your boss, isn't it? Yeah, the burnout person. I could say I'm at capacity and suggest they ask someone else. That's an excellent approach. Clear and professional. I feel more confident about trying this now. Okay. I'm starting to see... Okay. Let's see. Remember to practice that boundary before our next session. All right. Goodbye. You're cured forever. Enjoy. Is everyone in the waiting room? They love coming in together. Yep. Why do they do this? It's so weird. Is there anyone outside too? Ah! Keep getting stuck in the damn door. Okay, well, I don't remember who was in what order, but the game doesn't seem to care, so come on in, whoever you are. I guess you'll be waiting all day, sir. There's someone coming in to keep you company. Okay, bye. Oh wait, is she? Come in. Yeah, go inside. All right. All right. Hello, Infidelity. I wish the character designs were a bit different. You can tell that they only have like a few hairstyles and a few faces. It feels like they have 5 of each at most. I found out my partner has been cheating on me for months. Oh, I thought you were unfaithful, not the other person. Well, what patterns in your relationship might have contributed? You probably drove them to it. That's rough. I'm sorry you're going through this. That must be incredibly painful. Yes. I don't know if I can ever trust anyone again after this. All right. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Yeah, I know it's late for some people. That's why I try to stream earlier. Tomorrow it'll be way earlier. It'll at least be 4 p.m. Pacific time. Today I did it after work, which is why it's so late. I don't know if I can ever trust anyone again after this. Have you considered what steps you want to take moving forward? They said it meant nothing, but they kept lying about it. What? Why do you think they continued lying even after being caught? I think they were scared of confrontation and just kept digging deeper. Do you think their avoidance reflects deeper issues in the relationship? That's a good point. There were problems before the cheating started. This has given me a lot to think about going forward. Take time to consider what boundaries you need moving forward. I assumed they had broken up already, but I guess not. That's complicated. I feel like they should be in couples therapy, really. Oh my god, everyone's here. You've been waiting the longest, so... Are there more people outside? Okay, well... Well, since you two are here, you know what would be great and helpful? If you fix this rug for me. I'll expect it when I come back. Okay, bye. I wonder what's gonna happen when I hire a secretary. Alright, what do you want? Theodore Cornejo. My moods are all over the place and I can't control them. You seem, in fact, too chill right now. Let's explore what might be triggering those mood changes for you. I don't know, maybe stress at work or something like that. Let's identify specific strategies to manage those mood swings. It affects my relationship and my work performance too. Let's create a concrete plan with coping strategies you can use. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but yeah, I'm ready to try anything. Okay. Start with deep breathing exercises when you feel the shift coming. That can help. I'm ready to end our session for today. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, I guess. Alright. That's a little bit weird, huh, kitty? Yeah, I agree. God. I'm getting paranoid over here. Alright, go on in. Sorry, I know that you're scheduled, but she showed up first, and apparently that's how therapy works in this universe. Why does the door only close sometimes by itself? Okay. Wait, what is... Inferiority complex, okay. I always feel like everyone around me is better than I am. What specific situations make you compare yourself to others most often? Well, mostly at work when I see my colleagues succeeding. Okay. It's okay to feel uncertain. Sharing itself is progress. I don't know about if talking about it will actually help anything. Let's identify one blah blah blah. That option has come up a lot. I keep thinking I'm not smart or capable enough for anything. Where do you think these thoughts about capability first came from? Maybe from my parents, always praising my older brother more. That comparison must have been painful throughout your childhood. It really was. I never felt good enough for them. This is helping me blah 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 blah. You've done great work today exploring these difficult feelings. Get out. Pay me. Thank you. Thanks for the money. Bye. Stop closing in my face, you jerk. Alright. What is going on with this door? He is sitting down. Alright. I spend hours staring at my face and I hate everything I see. Okay. Let's cover all the mirrors in your home. Okay. When did you first notice these feelings about your appearance? Maybe around high school, but it's gotten so much worse lately. Try keeping a journal of when these thoughts feel most intense. I avoid going out because I'm concerned people are staring at me. Do you think others notice what you see in yourself? No, probably not, but I still feel like they do somehow. Okay. That gap between feeling and reality is where we can make progress. Thank you, it helps to understand there's hope for change here. I feel like I have some direction now, blah blah blah. Okay. Good job! You hit level 7. What happens when I hit level 1000? Or 9000? And then I'm over 9000. Then what happens? Okay. Let me double check, but... Yeah, I need 4000 for the secretary. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Alright. Let's get out of here. At least this is slightly more realistic than the demo where you had 1 or 2 people per day max, and it's like, how are you affording anything? The money still doesn't make sense, but that's okay. That's okay. Ooh, I can access it from behind. Don't say anything. Death anxiety, apathy, bipolar disorder. 100 a day is ridiculous. In that it would never be that cheap. God, I pay a lot more than that per day for. I don't even know what percentage of this size it would even be. 0.2%. What are those shoes, man? You got some weird yellow shoes on. Alright, I'm coming. Oh, now you want to close. Okay, well. Hello. I can't thinking about dying and it's consuming my entire life. What specific thoughts about death are troubling you the most right now? I keep imagining the moment itself, like what it will feel like. What if I had a soundboard in the therapy room? I keep imagining the moment itself, like what will it feel like? Have you tried running down these thoughts when they occur at night? It started after my father passed away suddenly 3 months ago now. Oh. That's not that long, actually, 3 months. Grief can trigger existential fear. Does that connection resonate with you at all? Yes, losing me made me realize I'll die too someday and alone. Okay. It's on... Oh, is there an ad? Yeah. There's an ad on the Twitch side. I see. Okay. It's understandable that his death triggered these deep existential questions for you. Sorry, when I put on the multi-stream, it's harder for me to know when Twitch is sending the announcements. Thank you for understanding. It helps not to feel so broken inside. Although it's interesting, well... Oh, I see what they were talking about. Never mind. I was just misunderstanding something in chat, but... I think I have some tools now to face this anxiety better. You've done important work today. Remember to be patient with yourself always. Okay. Give me money. Thank you. Goodbye. Are there any weirdos outside? Close. They'll see you. Ah. Oh! I don't know who's first. It doesn't matter, apparently. Isn't this the dev, right? Or like how the dev looked last time? Thomas Stewart. I just don't care about anything anymore. Nothing seems to matter. That sounds really difficult. I'm glad you're sharing this with me. I guess it's been building up, but I feel kind of stuck. What's one small thing you used to enjoy doing? Everything feels like going through the motions, without any real purpose. Do you think this emptiness is protecting you from something? Maybe it's easier to feel nothing than to feel pain. That's a really insightful connection you've made there. Thanks for listening and helping me to understand myself better. I feel like I learned something useful today. Okay, bye. Give me money, bye! I still can't afford to buy somebody. But soon. Okay. Oh, now it's moving. Interesting. It wasn't earlier when somebody was in here. Alright, what do you need? I can't handle these mood swings anymore. They're destroying my life. Can you describe what happens when your mood starts to shift? Some of these are so repetitive, man. They just don't have much of an individual personality, which is too bad. Because I will say, even though the other one was really bad, Psychiatrist Simulator, or whatever the hell that one was called, at least the people had unique personalities. Like, they seemed a bit more realistic in some ways. These feel like carbon copies, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm not really making any progress because there's nothing to do. Also, one of the things I liked about the demo is that they were just kind of like funny, right? So even though they had realistic things happening for the diagnoses, I mean, they also had like the horse guy and the invisible woman and some other stuff that was just a little bit like funny. But now it's like, It's like the same person over and over and over again. Like, okay. So it's not, I'm just a bit disappointed, you know? Because I feel like they took away a little bit of the charm that they actually had before. And even though I see the karma thing, what does that actually change? Maybe something does change if you're like really shitty. I don't really understand how it's affecting stuff except that I can see the bar moving, but it doesn't actually seem to be affecting anything in my life. So I don't know. I was more excited about the game after the demo than I am now, which is so unfortunate. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stop streaming soon anyway, so that's why I was trying to figure out my final-ish thoughts. Alright. It's like everything speeds up or slows down without warning. That makes sense. The uncertainty must be really difficult to live with every day. It's hard to explain, but I feel like I'm losing control. Let's create a plan to help you to identify triggers early on. When I'm manic, I spend all my money and burn every bridge. Oh, well. What do you think triggers these manic episodes for you? I mean, medication can be really helpful for people with bipolar, I'm just saying. Have you tried meds to help a little bit? Lack of sleep definitely makes it worse. Stress too, probably. Sleep is critical. Let's establish a consistent bedtime routine. That is true, especially for people with bipolar. Sleep can really, really impact the mood swings, so... Okay. Monitor the sleep and mood, then report back. Yeah, that's fine. Because really, you should just try one thing at a time. Was it raining before? Why is it only raining in that one spot? You know what I mean? Weird. Okay. Oh god. The random strangers. Okay, go on in, I guess. Because again, why aren't we following up with people, you know? Neither of these are repeats, right? Let me see. Nope. Let's deal with the financial anxiety first, I guess. I wanted to at least get a secretary just to see what it looked like, but I don't know. Okay. I can't sleep at night because I'm constantly worrying about money. What specific financial concerns keep you awake at night? Well, my credit card debt keeps growing and I can't save anything. Just like me, for real, man. Have you considered creating a budget? I make decent money, but it disappears before the month ends. Let's create a spending log to identify where your money goes. That makes sense. I've never tracked my expenses before. What the fuck? What? That's crazy talk. Once you see patterns, we can develop healthier financial habits. This is weird. If it's really more focused on finances, you should be seeing a financial planner, not me. Okay, well, that's not what therapy is. We can talk about the emotional impact on what you do about finances, but I can't be your financial planner. This doesn't really make sense. I'm gonna say this anyway, but you know, like there's some stuff where it's like, well, I can't help you track your finances in the sense of like doing financial planning, but I can help you figure out, are you making emotional purchases, or you know what I'm trying to say? Why is the street so weird? There's another person showing up. I want the money, so come on in. Alright. Hello. Close the door. I keep everything bottled up inside, and I don't know how to stop. Let's start by identifying one feeling you could express today to someone safe. Probably me. I guess I could try, but what if they think I'm weak? Okay. Sharing feelings is brave, not weak. And the right people will understand. You know, even though I think this is what they mean to be evil, this is not a bad response. He looks like a VTuber because he has depression. This one has emotional repression. Zaho, if he was a VTuber, he would have like a horn, a wing, cat ears, a tail, two tails, a mishmash shirt. What else do we do? You know what I'm talking about. Me being a VTuber who also loves VTuber designs. Alright, thank you for saying that. I really need... Zaho, este juego estaba interesante en el demo y está bien aburrido en la versión verdadera. No sé por qué. The worst part is I cry alone, but never around other people. Okay. Yo no sé qué pasó. La versión original en el demo era como que chistosa, interesante. Y esta versión está como que, ok, ¿y ahora qué? Lo único que me gusta es que pudo comprar un gato. Yeah, okay. They took out basically all the funny stuff that was interesting, and they made it into the most boring, bland thing. And everyone's repeating stuff, but then you can't even talk to the same person more than once. At least it hasn't happened yet. So como que no puedes tener una relación en el sentido de que no puedes como que ver si la persona está mejorando o empeorando porque no los vuelves a ver nunca. Hasta ahora. No sé. Está medio, no sé qué hicieron. El demo estaba bien interesante. I don't know. It's so weird. I'm actually curious, and I want to read later, like, the Steam kind of like news and the ¿cómo se dice? The community page. I'm just curious because I want to know what other people think too, because it's like, okay, like right now, what's my goal in the game? Before, at least it's like, oh, we had a lot of like funny moments and stuff like that. Ay, bendito, qué cansadita mi bebé. But now it's kind of like, crying alone is your mind's way of releasing what you won't share openly. Sure. I never thought about it that way before. It makes sense. Understanding the why is the first step towards changing the pattern. That makes me feel less broken and like there's actually hope for me. I'm gonna work on this. Thank you for helping me understand myself. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Mira el gatito! That's the only good thing is the cat. Even though it doesn't do anything except meow at me. Meow. 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 Are there more people outside? No? Okay. Pero mijo, cierra la puerta, mano. Carajo. People come in, they just don't close the damn door. Like, close the door. Okay, can I hire the person now? Right, don't I have enough? Okay. Get to work! Get to work!
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I could have voice acted this person. Apparently I'm sitting on her when I do this. Alright. All these people don't close the damn door. Uh-huh. My girlfriend constantly puts me down and I don't know what to do. Dump her ass. That sounds really painful and you deserve to be valued in your relationship. I guess I worry that maybe I'm overreacting to everything she says. Have you considered having a direct conversation with her about your feelings? She also monitors my phone and gets angry when I see my friends, dude. These are classic signs of controlling behavior in relationships. So it's not just me being too sensitive about how she treats me. Not at all. Your reactions to her behavior are completely reasonable. That really helps me feel less crazy about the whole situation. Zaho, if you're still here, I feel like if you were playing this, you would have the evil bar all the way over here. And just be like treating everyone badly. I am kind of curious if you treat people badly, does the game get more interesting? Because damn. Y sería rojo igual, so you'd be matching. You'd have a matching color. Sure. You've taken an important step towards a healthier future. Thanks for everything, that helped, okay. I love how it's like 2 seconds of therapy, for $200 and everyone's like, thank you so much, I'm fine, I'm never coming back. Yeah. If there's someone outside that you didn't invite for session, we're gonna have an issue. No. Okay, no hay nadie. I'm going home. I guess you live here with the cat now. Bye. Goodbye, secretary. I think I'm gonna play one more day and then I'm gonna stop. Bum, 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 bum. I want to see if the secretary did her job. Because she's supposed to schedule people into my calendar, so I don't do that anymore. Not that it's a difficult job, but... No veo nadie aquí. ¿Qué está pasando? Oh, you did schedule people. Okay. Let me look. Okay. Okay. What about... Okay. Alright. Hello? It's time! Time for therapy! Meow meow. Where are my patients? Oh, you didn't hit start day. Jesus Christ. What's the point if she doesn't hit start day? Oh, I guess when you get the furniture thing, it would make sense to start it yourself, I suppose. I swear to God, they have like 5 options for models that they keep going through. Alright, what's your problem? What's your problem? Julian. Everything feels the same every day, and I just can't stand it anymore. Sounds like you need a more exciting life than Netflix marathons. When did you first notice this pattern of boredom starting? Not sure, a few months ago when work got... So even when I have a secretary, they show up too early? God damn. Let's make a list of 3 things you used to enjoy. My hobbies don't interest me, and weekends feel like a chore. Could this be connected to depression or a deeper issue? I've wondered that too, but I'm not sure how to tell. Have you noticed changes in sleep, appetite, or energy levels? Yes, all 3, especially the low energy part. That gives me something to think about. No sé qué carajo estás pensando, pero... You've done good work today. Blah, blah, blah. Goodbye. Schizophrenia, sure. Para esta, Julian. This guy looks just like the dude I saw the other day. The voices keep telling me I'm being watched and followed everywhere. That's not usually what people say. Usually people say something more like something that they find believable. It's hard to explain, but that's not right. When did you first start noticing these voices speaking to you? It started about 6 months ago. Just whispers at first. That's weird. Have you tried any techniques to help distinguish the voices from reality? They tell me people are plotting against me and I feel so scared. You didn't listen to a word I said. Let's work on grounding. No. Let's identify any patterns or triggers that make the voices worse. Okay. Stress makes them louder, especially when I'm around lots of people. That's valuable information for us to work with going forward. Thanks for listening and help me understand. Blah, blah, blah. I'm fixed now. Goodbye forever. Okay, bye. What did I do? Oh, I'm level 8. What's gonna happen when I hit level 9001? I think you're first, right? Mira. Cierra la puerta, mija. Cierra la puerta.
Oh.
¿Qué tú estás haciendo? No hay nada para tú hacer. Por favor. You imagine hiring a secretary to do one thing that takes a few minutes in the morning? I'm being bullied at work and I don't know what to do. Have you tried documenting the incidents and reporting them to HR? I could try that, but I'm scared it'll make things worse. Your fear is completely valid. Let's work through this together. Thank you. It helps to know someone understands what I'm going through. They've been doing this for months and my manager ignores it. Why do you think your manager is ignoring the situation? I think he's friends with one of the bullies, actually. Oh. How does knowing that change your approach to reporting? That's a good point. I need to think strategically about this. I think I have a clearer path. Okay, well, good job. Okay, bye. Give me the money. Bye-bye. Thanks for the money. Money, 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 money. Money. Money, 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 money. Come on in. I was trying to see if the door closed when they sat down. I really don't know why the door closes sometimes and other times it doesn't. Ricky Bradford. I keep ruining everything good in my life when it starts working. Let's explore what patterns you notice when things start going well for you. I guess I do notice a pattern, but I'm not sure why. Let's identify one specific situation where you can make a different choice tomorrow. Like, I got promoted last month and immediately started missing deadlines on purpose. Missing deadlines on purpose suggests you're protecting yourself from something. What is it? Maybe I'm scared people will expect more from me if I actually succeed. It makes sense that higher expectations would feel scary and overwhelming. I'm nervous, but also excited to try something different. Okay. Embrace that nervous energy and let it motivate you forward this week ahead. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, bye. Me empuje. If there's someone outside, I will lose it. Let me see if you invite this person in. I see them walking down the hall. What are you gonna do? You gonna do anything? Are you gonna do anything, secretary? Let's see. Mira. There's someone outside. There's someone outside. Mujer, por favor. They look so creepy when they're moving like that. You gonna schedule this person?
Oh.
Jesus Christ, why did I hire you? Huh? Jesus. Useless. Fix the rug! Fix it! Oh my god, I hate everything. You cost me $4,000. Bullshit, and I gotta pay you an extra $100 a day? Eh, you don't get nothing anymore. Wait, what's your thing? Paranoia. I know people are watching me and talking about me behind my back. What makes you believe that people are specifically targeting you? I don't know, it just feels so real when it happens. Let's start tracking specific moments when you feel this way. At work, everyone stops talking when I walk into the break room. Could there be other explanations for why conversations pause? Maybe, but it happens every single time without fail. I mean, that's possible. What happens right before you enter that makes conversations stop? I usually come in at the same time, nothing unusual. I just want to be able to trust people again. We'll work on rebuilding that trust step by step together. That sounds good. I appreciate your help today. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Oh, cat. What have I gotten myself into? I know. It's like I'm curious about the dog, but I don't really want a dog. If there are more people outside, I swear to God. Okay. I'm going home. This game doesn't even let me save, right? So it better be saving automatically, because I'm gonna hope it's saving automatically. It did have some achievements. That's new. I'm kind of curious what the other achievements are. I'll check later. All right. Let's end the day. I'm gonna wait for the new day to load first before exiting. This is literally some Severance shit. This is like normal therapy, boring. Leave that out. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it there. The demo was like fun, and the game is just like, oh, somehow you took all the fun out of the demo and now just made a therapy simulator that has no point. Like, you know, like, what am I doing? Because when you play other simulators, they're at least like fun or funny, or you're motivated to unlock stuff. But what's my motivation to unlock anything? Even the secretary that I just bought, she's not doing shit. Look at her. She's not doing shit. She just literally puts the appointments that you have available into your calendar, which took me, what, 2 seconds every day. She doesn't talk to any of the clients. She doesn't grab the clients from outside. That's an ugly painting. I mean, all these paintings and photos are bad. So it's like, what's the point? And also, the part that I was kind of interested in, just out of curiosity, was like being able to change the furniture and stuff, but they don't even have that available yet. Like, I'm surprised that, I'll show you all. The store isn't available, even though they had, even in the demo, you could do some of this and it showed you some of the options. So I don't know what happened. I'm just like, okay, what was the point then? With the management, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to turn the game off in a minute anyway. I don't remember if it might have been in the store, actually, or was it in this part where they had even something that was like horse therapy, which I thought was really funny that you could get a equestrian therapy in an office. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I'm just disappointed. But look, Zaho, don't worry, because I played the demo and I got the key. You know, they gave me the early access game for free, which is good because I would have been really upset if I would have bought the game. So it's like, I'm still upset, but I didn't pay any money. How much is this game going for? Let me see. Because since I'm complaining about it on stream, I want to tell you all. $10.99. No, man, that's not worth it, unfortunately. There's so many other simulators that are like fun and cheaper or free. Why would they take out all the stuff that's fun? It's weird because, okay, I'm literally looking at the Steam store page and it has like the kind of funny stuff I remember from the demo. So what happened? It's like, experience handcrafted personalities and dialogue and carefully curated by real people. That's not real. It said enhanced by AI. Now it feels like you just had AI do everything and you literally removed all the interesting stuff that you had before. That doesn't make sense. What are the reviews? Mostly positive. Wait, are they old? Interesting. Okay, so for some reason, I'm just going to read some of the reviews for y'all since I'm on the page. It says mostly positive of 22 reviews, which I think is odd. But I find it also interesting that pretty much everyone has received the game for free, because you know that if you receive it for free, you have to say something. So I don't know if they feel obligated to give a good review. I'm just putting it out there. But literally, the only positive one that does not say they received it for free still says, extremely flat at the moment, but like other reviewers said, the game has a lot of potential. The demo had more potential. Let's see. Wait. Oh, let me snooze the ad, because we're going to end in a minute anyway. No ads, Twitch. Give me a sec. The game is good, but I don't feel any progression at all. The bills just multiply every day. 8 bills per day. 3. What are we even paying wages when I have no employees? Oh, that must have been a bug. I only got wages when I hired somebody. This game has a lot of potential. However, that being said, that's the same. In its current version, oh, it's just the Nightbot. The patients get redundant rather quickly. That's what I said. I'd like to see some things such as the guy with anger management getting angry and punching the therapist for insulting him. I mean, when I first saw the game, it looked hilarious, and I love that you can insult your patient. The lines are extremely humorous. See, it's like... Yeah, all of them say the same thing, even the positive ones. It's an early access phase and can get very repetitive. Often patients will sometimes come and say they're there for one thing, but the dialogue is for a separate issue. I just saw that the dialogue was the same for different issues. Let's see. Literally most of the reviews that are positive are also like promoting their YouTube channel, which is like, okay. I bought it for my psychologist girlfriend, and after some time playing the game, she asked if we could change the theoretical framework of the psychologist in the game. That doesn't make sense. This is because the framework is too cognitive behavioral for our liking. That is true, probably because they used AI. The idea is cool, but after some time, after completing the first week, for example, it turns repetitive and boring. It would have been better if the patients that you treated and scheduled during the week came back to see their improvement. What did I just say? But overall, I know it's early access and the game has potential. The usage of this is a negative one. The usage of AI in this game turned me off completely, especially for something as simple as NPCs, therapy, animal icons on the computer. I don't know what that's about, but... I'm reading one of the Spanish ones. It kind of says the same thing, but it's still giving them a 9 of 10. Interesting. I don't know why. TLDR, I can't recommend this game at its current price for what you get. Maybe in the future when more stuff is added. If I had purchased it myself, I would have refunded it within the first hour. Yep. Oh my god, this person played it for 5 hours. At the end of each client session, you tell them, see you next week, but you actually never see that client again. So even if I would have kept playing, I would never see them again. Interesting that the only thing that apparently has stayed that's still funny is that if you insult the clients, apparently the reactions can be funny. But it's like, what about all the other stuff? Huh. Okay. I'm kind of... Not what I thought it was. Very boring. Interesting. They're clearly heavily promoting it, right? I think that's why a lot of us have a key for it. And I really liked the demo, which is why I was like, oh, I'll just play this game today because it's fun. And then I was like, oh, Well, there you go. I cannot recommend that you buy the game. Maybe if they bring back the funny stuff from the demo, that would be great. I just don't know why they make the game worse. Like, the demo is legitimately better than this version of the game. Isn't that weird? Also, I don't know how I feel about the fact that, so here you can see in the therapy station, the top right, they add your Steam icon and username, because it doesn't tell you it's going to do that, and some people might not be comfortable with that, you know? I don't really care because I use the same like my Steam username is the same username as my username here, so it's like not a big deal, whatever. I'm just not going to add people I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. But you see what I'm saying, right? Like, maybe a lot of people don't want their username up there. All right, y'all, I'm going to go. Galaxy therapy is not a joke. Okay, but real therapy is not like a fun thing to watch, okay? And this is not real enough to be interesting. Well, thanks everyone who came by. Sorry, Zaho, that you came by and it was boring. We only got the horse guy at the beginning for a second, and then it wasn't even as good as before. I did, so on my YouTube channel, let me be like everyone else promoting my fucking YouTube channel. Oh, hey, May, I'm ending stream. Hi. If you go to my YouTube channel, I have a clip version of this game from the demo that's actually kind of fun and funny. No, Twitch! You can go watch that instead. Sorry, I was trying to throw out some ads. You can see May shaking their butt in the chat, and Zaho. Sayori has a great Twitch channel, so go follow them. Anyone who's here. Everybody else, I don't know. Oh yeah, I didn't do a shout out, even though it's supposed to do the shout outs for me. I still don't know how to fix that stupid bot. All right. Now that I've shouted you out, Suzies. Oh my god, I forgot that. I forgot that I still have Frosty with the uwu. Hello everyone. Zawari is a super cool vampire mech pilot who loves anime and gaming. Uwu. They're a multilingual Puerto Rican VTuber. Okay, I gotta stop now. Bye everybody, have a good night. Bye. Sorry. Have a good night. Pórtense bien, no se porten mal. Bye-bye. Bam 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 bam. Bye bye. Oh wow, Puerto Rican. Oh wow. Bye bye. Tú también, Sajo. Bye bye.